Welcome to the program, you beautiful people. My name is Dr. Dan, and I'm a pharmacist turned obesity expert. Now, if you've been here for a while, this is going to be a reintroduction, but if you haven't, welcome to my channel. And as a quick aside, I do want to give a huge shout out to everybody that has supported me up to this point in time. Never in a million years did I imagine my channel was going to reach the level that it has, and the growth, it just continues every single day. And the comments and questions and messages that I get from everybody of the help and support they've gotten from my channel is truly remarkable. And from the bottom of my heart, I have to thank you. As for everybody else, let me give you a quick rundown on who I am, what are my qualifications, and why I can be talking about obesity and weight management, and why you should probably hit that subscribe button. So, as I said, my name is Dan, or as my patients and clients have affectionately referred to me as Dr. Dan, and the name is just kind of stuck. But I'm actually a practicing pharmacist. I practice pharmacy here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and actually own my own pharmacy, Apothecare Pharmacy, kind of smack dab right in the middle of the city. Along my journey to become a pharmacist, I did a crap ton of education and continue to do a ton of education and courses and certifications and more things than I can possibly count. Really all of it related to obesity management and weight loss management. In the course of that decade of university, I got 3 degrees, including my Doctor of Pharmacy, and hopefully you kind of realize that's where the Dr. Dan came from. So not only do I have a very in-depth, detailed knowledge about the medications, the physiology of the body, and how all of these things kind of work together, I also have the story as well. For as long as I can remember, I have struggled with my weight and body dysmorphia. In my early teens, I was the little fat kid at school that got teased and bullied, and my body dysmorphia was just starting to really take off, I would say, because Arnold Schwarzenegger, especially in Terminator 2 there, was my idol, and I still love those movies and think Arnie is a great guy, but my ideal of what a man should look like was the guy in Terminator 2. So I started trying to get buff and lean out in order to, stop the bullying and get the girls. Unfortunately, neither of those things really worked out for me. It wasn't until I was 16 years old that I got jumped at a party, had my head repeatedly kicked, and my jaw was ultimately broken. And when your jaw is broken, that means they need to wire it shut to allow it to heal up. And as you can imagine, only drinking liquids, I lost about 40 pounds in total. And it was almost like overnight, the bullying stopped, and suddenly I was getting all of this attention from the opposite sex. Now, if we take that and combine it with a little bit of trauma and, not wanting to ever get beat up again, you suddenly got an obsessive teenager that was working out all the time, obsessing over their food and nitpicking and hating their body. And through most of my 20s, that's what I did, along with obviously going to school. It really wasn't until my late 20s, kind of my early 30s, where I really started to dig in and start to unpack a lot of my bullshit. But serendipitously, I kind of stumbled across the practice of obesity medicine and really became hooked. So not only was I able to kind of take my real life experience and combine it with the massive amount of education and knowledge that I had, and started to develop the practice of working with people that are struggling with their weight and wanting to live a healthier lifestyle. And from there, on top of the pharmacy that I do own here in Calgary, I also do online coaching and helping people manage and lose their weight. And that was originally the business that I started. And of course, with any kind of business, you kind of got to get into the social media space. So here we are on YouTube. So enough about me. The reason why you should definitely hit that subscribe button down below is that I'm going to be reviewing and going over various medications that are used in obesity management. We also talk about other medications and how they might potentially help with managing our lifestyle, or medications that might promote weight gain. On top of that, I also try to discuss all of the other factors and things that deal with our lifestyle, our mental health, and that sort of thing that need to be included when we're using these medications. Because the meds themselves are nothing special. They're no magic bullet by any means, and all the other stuff that is needed has to come with it. So if you like science, if you like somebody that's kind of somewhat funny every once in a while, and maybe you want a little bit of motivation and empowerment, you're in the right place. Definitely hit that subscribe button down below and check me out on my other channels at the official Dr. Dan. As well, check out my website healthevolve.co. And of course, if there's a topic that I haven't covered or something that you want to learn more about, let me know. Drop it in the comments down below and I am happy to go over it and see what we can put together. As like one final point for my lawyer, just so I hopefully don't get sued, I guess. All of this is for educational purposes only. Please, please, please follow up with your care team, your personal pharmacist, your personal family doctor, and all of that wonderful stuff. And don't leave questions about your various specific health concerns in my YouTube comments because I can't actually help you. And finally, I am not your personal pharmacist. I hope you have a personal pharmacist. I would highly recommend you take a look around your community if you don't, and try to develop a good relationship with some really awesome healthcare providers that can help you to be successful on your health journey. So if you think all of that sounds pretty awesome, well, you should hit that subscribe button down below and let's start having some fun.